What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Ace Crypto YouTube channel. Welcome back to another market update. So we're going to jump straight on in, and if you look up in the top left hand corner there, you will see we are definitely under the 1 trillion. I told you guys it'd come there eventually. We'd come down to the below 1 trillion eventually, and there we are, $975 billion in the entirety of the crypto market right now. So we've definitely dropped a little bit from the last couple of days. So if you jump on down there, we can see Bitcoin is 20,207, and if I jump on over to the chart, you will see we've made a bit of a resistance there at bang on, or more or less bang on, to 20,000 there. So this is going to be the support. You know, as you can see there, we've made it a bit of a support. You can see there's green. So we've definitely made this a support. This is a 15-minute chart. So as you can see, every one of these bounces is going to be roughly a 15-minute time frame. We did drop below into the 19Ks, but we came back up, which is nice to see. So I would imagine that we'll come up and we'll probably test this again. As you can see there, money flow start to come back down a little bit. We might stay above this. We might just stay above this, but I imagine we're going to come back down to test this and probably bounce above. So let's jump on back over to CoinMarketCap. You can see there, Ethereum $1,515 today, which is a good buying price. I think that's a damn good buying price. Anything, you know, anything roughly around the $1,000 mark, anything below 2K is a buying opportunity for Ethereum, because Ethereum is going to be one of these coins, guys, that is, it's the chosen one, as is known as the chosen one. So regardless of what anybody says, you know, it's run by mobsters. You know, I've heard a lot of different things coming about Ethereum lately that, you know, it could be basically overtaken by the amount of people using the Amazon systems to obviously use for staking. So there's a few different things that are going on with Ethereum lately, but nonetheless, it is the chosen one. Everybody builds on it. It's actually one of the better blockchains out there, to be honest with you guys. It's the second mover in the market. Obviously, Bitcoin is the first mover, and Ethereum is going to be the second biggest mover in the market. You got, so, you know, these are the top two movers. Then you got stablecoin there. So this one is the BNB, which is the Binance Smart Chain. So this is the Binance, obviously the Binance coin, so you can build on the Binance ecosystem. Very, very popular coin, and the second most built on network or blockchain there is. Moving on down, we've got XRP there. We all know what XRP is. That's the Ripple XRP lawsuit, the cross-border payments, on-demand liquidity, yada, yada, yada. I am a believer in XRP. I do hold a bag of XRP. Cardano, I don't hold a bag of anymore. I'm waiting for Cardano to actually do something interesting, but we'll see. We'll see. Solana, I've got a little bag of Solana. I do like Solana. Polkadot, I like Polkadot more at $5, $6 than I do at $7, $8, but there's not much in it there. Matic, I do hold a bag of as well. I think Matic's going to do some fantastic things in the future. Brilliant technology, brilliant partnerships. I'm really a big fan of Polygon and Matic at the moment. Shiba Inu's been doing some interesting things over the past couple of weeks. I'm not a massive holder of Shiba Inu, but you never know. You never know with Shiba. It's been a bit of a wild card, should we call it? A bit of a wild card. We've got a bit of an article about Sheep coming very shortly, so if you do want to hang on for that, we much appreciate it. So moving on down, TRX, Tron, not a massive fan of Tron. Pretty sure the creator of Tron dumped the market quite badly on purpose, dumped all his coins. Quite strange really for him to do that, but anyway, that's what happened. So Avalanche is dropping a little bit as well. So if we jump on over to the crypto bubbles, we can see there that Avalanche is the biggest red at the moment, whereas Luna is going to be the biggest. Well, Lido I suppose is the biggest, but Luna C is going to be number 2. So will Luna ever reach $1 again? It's got to do a lot of X's to ever reach $1, you know. But you never know with the crypto industry. You never do know. I hold a little bit of Luna myself, Luna C, but that's mainly just as a gamble. It is a gamble, guys. Proper 100% gamble. I found $15 in an old wallet, so I thought, you know what, let's just punt it on Luna. So, you know, don't do exactly what I say, guys, you know what I mean? You got to do your own research, but I took that as a literal plunge, you know, just throw some money at it, see what happens. So if it ever does reach $1, I make $157,000. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. But even if we make, you know, $50 in the next couple of years, it's money, you know. It's money, money, money. So looking there, DOT 1.4, Polkadot, Hex is doing quite well, 1%. The Near protocol, I do like the Near protocol. I think that's really interesting. So this is a layer 1 blockchain plus cloud computing. So I think that's a really interesting blockchain there. Theta. I like Theta too. So Theta is more your video streaming. I like the idea of video streaming through decentralized means. That's a very good idea there. Lido DAO, that's a DAO. That's a DAO token, so decentralized autonomous organization. So a group of people together, probably doing something to do with a DeFi. Mina. Now, Mina could be an absolute demon of the future, guys. So have a little look into Mina. Could be a very, very interesting one there. Next, so what else we got? GMT is quite low. EOS has dropped a little bit. That pumped last week, but now it's dropped a little bit again. BNB, Waves. Yeah, so that's roughly where we are at the moment. Flow is quite a new one that's come out recently, and it's got a good partnership with Meta. Problem is with Flow is I don't believe it's a very good coin. I think it's just a standard layer 1 blockchain that doesn't do anything interesting. So I can't see this ever doing anything amazing, to be honest with you. As you can see, that's from ICO, which was recent. So it's one of those situations. Surprisingly, it's got a 1.8 billion market cap already. But, you know, what do we say about that one? It could do some very, very good things, but I very much doubt it. Mainly because of the utility that lies behind it. Anyway, let's jump on over to some news, guys. So I should jump onto the charts first. Let's go into the chart first. Why not? Being as you're all here for a bit of chart analysis, let's get straight in. So as you can see there, these are all moving averages. So what you want to be doing, guys, is getting your TradingView sorted. So tradingview.com. There is a link in my description if you do want to get TradingView. It's a very, very handy software. You can see there, you can just click on indicators. You can click on any indicator you like. You know, it's very, very handy for that. So the indicators that I've got on at the moment, you see support and resistances, I've got moving averages, and I have RSI. So these are just ways for me to roughly see what is going on with the news. You know, RSI is all about money volume. You know, you got your moving averages and you got your supports and resistances. There's not a lot of resistances there at the moment, obviously, but if I go on to some different time frames, you will see more resistances. This one there is the support. As you can see there, we've made it a bit of a support. We did drop below, but we came back up. So I do imagine this is going to come back down just to tap this support here, and I imagine we're going to probably crab a little bit, just a little bit higher than we did yesterday. So that's my rough prediction for the Bitcoin. Moving on to some news. You got some good news. Bitcoin mining difficulty, expect to see larger increase in several months. So basically what's happening with the Bitcoin mining network at the moment is mining's getting bloody expensive, guys. It is. We all know that energy prices are going through the roof, and this is obviously one of the reasons why a lot of people are, you know, starting to think, we might want to stop, you know. Usually it's through the summer months, as you can see there. It's typically declined during the summer months, since there's quite a few countries, such as Iran, banning mining in this period due to high electricity demand. So a lot of things, as well as the Russian sanctions and stuff. So obviously a lot of Bitcoin mining is done in Russia, in Siberia, because obviously it's very cheap energy prices and it's very cold. So always some good ideas to do it up there for energy efficient purposes. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, there is some movements out there, change the code, not the climate, in terms of Bitcoin. So they basically want to change the code of Bitcoin to a proof of stake rather than a proof of work, which means that it's going to be, you know, 99% more efficient. You know, because obviously we're not actually using physical GPUs to start mining or confirming transactions on the blockchain. We're going to be using our actual token, similar to what Ethereum's doing in a couple of weeks, you know, the Ethereum merger. So I do expect Bitcoin mining to drop off just a little bit in the next couple of months, but I do hope to see it come back at some point soon. That's an interesting thing, because, you know, we do know the Bitcoin total supply. Let's go up. Total supply is 21 million of Bitcoin. Let's click on Bitcoin to have a little look. So I had a very interesting article very recently, actually. So as you can see there, the max supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. There is a few million Bitcoin that has been lost altogether. Like the actual supply of Bitcoin is about 15, 16 million. Because Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy who created Bitcoin, he had a lot in his wallets. And well, people think he's died, to be honest with you. Nobody actually knows where he is. But anyway, getting into it. So for Bitcoin to go from 19 million to the 21 million, it's going to take another 100 years for us to mine this. So it's been 13 years for us to mine 19 million Bitcoin, and to mine the rest of the Bitcoin, which is, you know, less than 2 million Bitcoin there, 1.8 million, to mine the rest of the 1.8 million Bitcoin, it is going to take over 100 years, guys. So don't feel like all the Bitcoin is going to run out anytime soon, you know. Oh no, the total supply is nearly hitting the max. Like, no. Bitcoin has got a long way until we are fully mined. It's going to be over 100 years. I think 118 years, roughly around that mark. Because obviously every 4 years we have the Bitcoin halving, which means the rewards you get for mining your Bitcoin halves every 4 years. So, you know what I mean? Every 4 years it halves and halves and halves and halves and halves. It gets less and less and less that we mine every year. So keep that in mind as the time goes on, guys. We do have time to mine Bitcoin. So let's move on to what we got next. Crypto conference in India. So this is a really big one, guys. So obviously there's a big old, what do you call this? Big old conference. Yeah, I suppose conference you call it. Big old conference, crypto conference, talking about mass adoption and how to get people started building in India, essentially. They want to see people building. India hopefully will create more Web3 unicorns than in the last 5 to 10 years. So basically, they're trying to push India to be the builders of the future, you know? Which, you know, none of us can argue with that. We want to see, you know, as much building on the platforms as we can possibly get. Mass adoption is coming, guys. It's only a matter of time. You know, with stuff like this, pushing people and pulling people into the crypto industry, you know, all the money that is in the crypto industry, I do expect to see very good things in the future. So let's move on over to the next one. Binance Virtual signed strategic partnership to focus on advancing Web3 in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. So we all know that the Arabs have a lot of money out there. So we want this money to be into cryptocurrencies, basically, guys. I do know that a lot of the UAE money is going to be going into Bitcoin first, because it seems like from what I've read that they want Bitcoin more than anything else. They really want Bitcoin in the Middle East. They feel like it's a really valuable asset, and it's the first of the assets that they want. I do expect them to buy Ethereum as well, but I expect Bitcoin to be the big mover for all these the big monies, essentially the big money. So we do expect big movements from the UAE in the next 5 to 10 years, especially in mass adoption and obviously the holdings of Bitcoin. So I see this as a massive push in the right direction, guys. Massive push in the right direction. So if we just look there, the leading providers of corporate and business formation services in the UAE, Virtual has partners with Binance to accept cryptocurrency payments via Binance Pay. So fantastic. Binance doing work again. Binance are one of the best cryptocurrency exchanges that you can possibly use at the moment. I rate them to the roof, guys. Really do. So they're probably one of my favorite crypto exchanges out there, to be honest. I like FTX as well. I like what they are doing. Coinbase obviously is a very good one as well, but obviously Binance seems to be doing the most for mass adoption in different countries, whereas Sam Bankman-Fried with FTX, he seems to be going a different route. But still obviously pushing money into the right places in cryptocurrencies. So moving on, where in the world are the 3 Hours Capital founders? So basically we all know where they are. They're in Dubai. Lawyer says with 30 years of experience, but can they stay there forever? Probably they will. You know, 3 Hours Capital are missing, according to the court-appointed liquidators. Visited the firm's Singapore headquarters recently, and all they discovered was a locked door and a stack of outdated mail. So we all know what happened with 3 Hours Capital, guys. They literally ran off with millions and billions worth of people's money. You know, so a lot of people lent them money as well. It was an absolute nightmare, guys. It was an absolute nightmare. It's one of the reasons why we're in the bear market that we are in at the moment, to be honest. This is what, you know, was the straw that broke the camel's back, essentially, in terms of cryptocurrencies. We were holding good levels, and then this happened. The liquidation of 3 Hours Capital, and basically that sent a lot of other venture capitals, exchanges, yada, crypto banks, essentially down the ship pan as well. So not very good there, guys. Not very good. So, you know, these guys do need to be arrested. 3 Hours Capital, something needs to be done. If they arrested the Tornado Cash guys, why haven't they arrested these guys? That's what I'd like to know. But moving on anyway, we got the Shiba Inu Bone. So Shiba Inu Bone is listed on the crypto exchange. I think it went up a good amount of percentages. It does say somewhere like a officially live, trading on Bluebit as of right now. So if you do want to get yourself some bone, I'm not telling you to, guys. I'm just saying if you did want to get some bone, it's live trading on Bluebit as of right now. How much did it go up? Is it going to tell us? Is it going to tell us? Probably not. But I think it was 30%, 30% from listing, which isn't bad for an ICO. Usually we drop. There we go. Bone is up 30% at $1.34 against the backdrop of other crypto assets. which traded in the red at present time. Yep, so yeah, basically it's up 30%, which isn't bad for an ICO. Usually we see them drop off substantially and try and find a little bit of a way. So above 30% is very, very good for Bone. Cool for them. So this is a very, very big one there. This is the Hedera Hbar. So I do hold... Bloody hell, what's happening now? So I do hold Hedera Hbar. I think they're a really, really valuable coin in the future. The Zero, well, I say Zero, it's a very, very low emission coin. Very, very, very low, negligible at best, which is amazing for the future, you know? Anything that's got zero carbon emissions and stuff like that is going to be fantastic, or carbon neutral, whatever you want to call it. So I like Hedera as well, obviously, because of the Hbar, you know, the Hedera Foundation. So they are a centralized coin, which I'm completely fine with. I believe centralized coins, or coins that can actually have conversations with governments, are going to be very, very valuable coins of the future. Anyone that can sit down with the government or private sector, like Hedera, like Ripple, like Quant, there's a few of them out there, they're going to do the best in the future of the industry, in my own opinion. Obviously with Hedera as well, there's a lot of benefits to Hedera. Another one is going to be the trifecta. You know, the problem that people try to solve in the crypto industry. You know, you've got decentralization, then you've got scalability, and you've got privacy or security, whatever you want to call it. So obviously Hedera doesn't have the most decentralized in the world because it's obviously a centralized company, but it solves the other two very, very well in terms of scalability and in terms of privacy or security, which is fantastic for Hbar. But I would like to see more people building on the Hedera Hbar hash graph. Technically not a blockchain, technically a hash graph, but either way, I would like to see more people building on Hedera soon. So let's moving on. I do expect this to pump up the price as well, guys. I do expect it to pump up the price. What is Hbar on at the moment? Ooh, bloody hell, don't want that. There we go. Hbar. Let's have a look, see what Hbar is trading at right now. There we go. So we got 6 cents for Hbar. I've seen it up as high as 9 recently, but we're down to 6 cents. So I do expect this to break 10 cents. I really do when this gets listed on Coinbase, because whenever something gets listed on Coinbase, it's a definite pump up for them essentially. So let's move on. Snoop Dogg. These are going to be mostly NFT and Metaverse things from now on. So if you're not into Metaverses or NFTs, you can pretty much stop listening if you like, but I'd appreciate a follow and a like nonetheless. Moving on, Snoop Dogg and Eminem perform at the Bored Ape Yacht Club, perform as their Bored Ape Yacht Club avatars at the VMA Awards. So yeah, this happened. They basically performed as their Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. If you haven't heard the song, it's a pretty cool song. I definitely recommend having a little listen. It's mostly about smoking the plants. Let's just call it that, smoking the plants. The Bored Ape Yacht Club flips CryptoPunks in NFT all-time sales. I mean, this was always going to come, to be honest, guys, because obviously the Bored Ape Yacht Club is very, very popular, as we've just seen with Snoop Dogg and Eminem performing at the VMAs. The Bored Ape Yacht Club also released sweets the other day. I think they were Skittles or something along them lines. M&Ms. They were M&Ms, sorry. They were M&Ms, but they sold out the sweets in seconds. So we did try to get some for the boys on the Discord, but it didn't happen because they were sold out instantly. But anyway, the Bored Ape Yacht Club flips CryptoPunks in all-time sales. So this was inevitable, guys, because the Bored Ape Yacht Club is very, very popular. Moving on. This one's a funny one, guys. This was a really, really funny one. So looking at this, so the Metaverse company appoints Robot as the female CEO. So literally, a CEO just got a job to oversee operations at a particular Chinese gaming and Metaverse company. She is a robot. Miss Tang Yu, the world's first chief executive officer, and she is humanoid, which means electrical impulses, digital codes flow through her brains instead of blood. So yeah, okay. They've actually made a robot a CEO. If you haven't seen the new Tesla bots recently, I suggest you have a look into them because they are very, very cool. Yeah, but that's a very, very weird thing to see, but obviously the future is coming thick and fast, guys. I doubt this robot has all the ins and outs of the company, you know, it doesn't have all the decision-makings in the world, but it's interesting nonetheless. I don't know why it's got Dell badges where hoo-ha's should be, but anyway, moving on. Moving on. Merch and perfume. Formula One trademark filing paves the way for F1 NFTs. So I'm a big fan of F1 myself. I'm actually going to see a Formula 1 race in a couple of days. Should be very, very cool. Going to Italy to see Monza. Very, very cool. So looking for 2023, the Las Vegas Strip Circuit Grand Prix, listing NFTs and cryptocurrencies in a variety of potential goods and services on offer. So this is going to obviously push NFTs a little bit further, which I like, you know. F1 could introduce non-fungible tokens, digital collectibles, and cryptocurrency payment support ahead of the inaugural Grand Prix in Las Vegas. So it's really, really cool. You know, I like to see, you know, everything being pushed in terms of NFTs and cryptocurrencies. You know, I like to see mass adoption, guys. I like to see it. Wide range of real-world items, including vehicle equipment, decorative items, clothing, bags, wallets, and even perfumes. Very, very cool there. I don't know what cryptocurrency they're going to actually be using, to be honest with you. I imagine it's probably going to be Bitcoin. Also finding notes, downloadable computer software for managing cryptocurrencies, transactions using blockchain technology, potentially suggesting that the race and its organisers are gearing up to support cryptocurrency payments. Very interesting. So you're going to be able to spend Bitcoin on a beer, you know, on a beer, at a hot dog, you know, those types of things. We don't know yet, but it's all going to be released at some point soon. So looking there, OpenSea looks bare as it turns into NFT ghost town after volume plunges 99% in 90 days. Yep, this is rough, guys. This is rough. 99% in 90 days. So NFTs at the moment are all but dead. You do have to be very, very involved to make any money at the moment in NFTs. Obviously, we are in a bear market. I do expect NFTs to pop back up during the next bull run. I expect us to come up, back down, and then that's where the shitcoin and your NFT bull run is going to come. Usually when there's enough money in the market, people start being a little bit silly with their cryptocurrency money. That's when NFTs and stuff like that tend to be moving. So the same thing is going to happen with DeFi as well. So basically what's happening at the moment is, you know, wait, I'm sure I have something for this. Hold on a second. Where's that gone? I'm sure I had an interesting article for this, but it looks like it's disappeared. Here we go. 3.6 billion worth of Ethereum got burned. Here's what happens after the merge. So basically it's talking about the Ethereum burning, which it isn't technically a burning. They basically just chuck it into an unused wallet somewhere. But anyway, the amount of the ETH coins exceeded 2.6 million, which is about 3.7 billion at the current. But ETHs, when it was at its all-time high, this would have worked out to be around $12 billion. Most importantly, the annual inflation rate of Ethereum tumbled more than 50%. So the inflation rate of Ethereum tumbled more than 50%, pushing ETH closer to becoming a deflationary asset, meaning the issuance of the coin will drop below the burn rate. Basically, you can see here with the merge update, the total issuances of Ethereum will decrease by 90%. So basically, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to be staking their Ethereum. So they're not going to be printing any more Ethereum, or not a lot of Ethereum. So the Ethereum that is going to be staked obviously is locked away, which is going to make the the scarcity of the asset a lot higher. So the price of Ethereum is going to go up. In my own opinion, that's what I think is going to happen. So what a lot of people are saying as well, if we just scroll on down here, is the amount of volume flowing through Ethereum is down almost 80%. Wait, is that cause almost 80% price correction of Ethereum? Yeah, so basically, what that means is you can see there the outflow of the DeFi and NFT industries is the main source of Ethereum's network's revenue. And a lot of these have been pulled back as of recent, as we all know. The NFT industry is down 99%, and the DeFi industry isn't doing particularly well either. So this is why, obviously the price of Ethereum is quite low at the moment, It's quite low at the moment. Obviously, we're in the bear market as well, but this is a lot what's doing it, because there's not a lot of stuff going on the Ethereum blockchain at the moment, Just the anticipation of the merger. So I do think, it's going to be some interesting things in the future, and I think, obviously, the more that gets built on Ethereum, the better. Because Ethereum is obviously the biggest building platform at the moment. So I do expect a lot of big things happening. Extremely low network fees are proof of the lack of network usage. Obviously, like I said, this is due to the NFT industry and the DeFi industry not doing too well at the moment. The situation is expected to change with the gradual recovery of the digital assets market. That will not happen until monetary policies around the world ease up. Yeah, Obviously, when we go into the the bull run, that's when we'll see a lot of movement within the Ethereum price ranges. So I think that's pretty much all we have for you today. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. Make sure you're liking and following. Give me a subscribe over there. I much appreciate it. If you do watch the videos, drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about the videos. Even drop me a message if you want to get hold of me personally. Your best place is probably going to be on TikTok to get hold of me personally. Thank you very much. We go live over there, and we will be live in about 20 minutes to 30 minutes over there on TikTok as well. And don't forget to follow over on Twitter. So thank you very much for joining me today, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Big ups, big love.